Tonight on DFY Magic Themes, we're going to show you how to be a Defyer. Well, a very good evening to you, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. First in the room was Bob, followed by Richard and his Yorkshire tea, followed by Laurie, Paul, Rich, Stefan. I'm just seeing if I've missed everyone. Colin. So hello to everyone who is in. If you are a new member and you're watching inside the group, there's a link that you can come to inside the Facebook Inner Circle Facebook group to be on the Zoom call. We'll get things going in a moment. Nothing like a Yorkshire tea up north. Well, hello, good evening, and welcome. What do you normally say?
Happy Friday.
I'm loving it. Look, guys, right at the start we said this. I have to just briefly spotlight somebody because he's got Yorkshire tea behind him, and if you haven't had Yorkshire tea in the world, right, order some online. It's the best tea in the world. So I just had to show Richard and his Yorkshire tea. That's awesome. Really excited. Thank you, Richard, as always. So lots been going on this week, like version 7 themes. Interesting week, isn't it, Robert?
You know, we're gonna get into that tonight.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that after, and we go into the inner circle, and we're gonna play around on the back end because we're gonna reveal what's behind the curtain.
I know. It's exciting, and the installs have just got even easier than before. And we wanted to share tonight a 3-minute video that I'm just looking for because I've forgotten where I put it. And when I find it in a minute, we'll show you it. So it's always typical, isn't it, Robert? You put it somewhere and then you can't remember where you put it. It's like a bus, isn't it? You know, 4 come along at the same time. Found it.
It's putting it in a safe place and remembering where it is. That's the key.
So this is our new install. We'd already pre-installed WordPress, which I'll explain. And I'll hit play, and it's about 3 minutes and 21 seconds long, and you'll get to see this, how we do this. So we're now going to install a DFY Magic theme. As you can see, I've got a blank version of WordPress already pre-installed. Your own hosting to install WordPress may be different. We have got training on our hosting on how to install that in other videos. So you want to come into plugins and add new. Do a search for WP Vivid. When it comes up, you're looking for migration, backup, staging, WP Vivid by the WP Vivid team. If you install one of these ones, it will not do the restore. So we're going to click install. Activate. Now we want to do is go to upload. And I downloaded from the members area the agency theme earlier on. So I'm just going to drag that one across and click upload. Now this is going to take a little while to run. So while this is running, I'm going to pause the video and come back to the point when it's at 100%. It's all down to how quick your internet speed is. If you're on lightning fast internet, it will upload very quickly. If you're on slow broadband, it may take a bit longer to upload. Once it's uploaded, we will carry on in a moment. So as you can see, it's now uploaded, and all I'm going to do is click OK, and we need to click on Restore. Give it a moment and click on Restore again on this other button. It'll say, are you sure you want to continue? Click OK. And let it do the restore process. Once again, this is going to take a moment or two. I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's at 100%. So it's now restored. We're going to click OK. Now the login details stay as your own that you previously entered inside of the theme. So we're now going to go to the license side of this. This is theme license. So next you want to paste in your key, which I've already got from the members area. Click save. It's really important you click save first, so it saves it in here. Once it's updated, click activate license. And as you can see, the theme is now activated. I've just gone to the members area to get the Magic Code Builder license key, and we want to go to Magic Code Builder and license. Pop your key in there. Once again, click Save Changes and click Activate. And it's activated. If you ever get any errors, it probably means that you haven't clicked Save properly, or you haven't waited just long enough for the page to update, or you've entered in the wrong key. So sometimes people enter in the theme key inside of the Magic Code Builder, so make sure you're putting the right key in, and then once it's activated, we can go and visit the site. This is the same for all our sites, same way to install them and same way to activate them. And as you can see now, this is all set up and ready to go. And that's how you set up a DFY Magic theme. And all the themes are the same. When we get to the Inner Circle, we got some other news for Inner Circle members only, which we'll share with you when we go there. So any questions with the new install, save them for then. But yeah, the bit that takes the longest, if I'm honest, is actually uploading the file. It took probably, because I was recording at the same time and my internet was a bit slower, probably about, I'd say 4 minutes roughly to upload the file. But once it's uploaded, then it's about 3 minutes to do the install, and that's the great thing with it. Do you know what I mean? It's we are very blessed to have the devs on board that we have on board with us, and they've worked hard, we've worked hard, and we appreciate all our members' patience with us on bringing everything up to date. And so it's all running smoothly now. We've been testing since the version 7 went live in the members area. If you don't have access for any reason to something, raise a support ticket. But make sure when you go in your members area that you go and have a look for the licensing tab and go in there and have a look, because you have to register with the system and you have to request your licenses. We are automating that eventually for new members. That's going to be in due course. We just want to get things live and running smoothly for you all. So anything you want to add to that, Robert?
We're that close to that Office Depot easy button on the build. I never thought we'd be this close, to be honest. But the stuff that Steve has worked tirelessly on was automations in the members area, automations on how we do things and how we put things together. And that's why you can go have a snack and a cup of tea, if you drink tea or coffee or whatever, right, while the thing's uploading, because all that work is in that file. And yes, that's the hardest, most tedious thing there is to do, is to watch a file upload. But it saves you weeks of work of trying to do that by yourself. That's what that file is. So for 4 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever your speed is where you are, your website is going in. and then you're tweaking it and you're going to let it run. And we're going to talk about it more in the inner circle, but even to the point of the SEO for the niches has been preset to the keywords and the related topics of it that are in that niche. So out the door, the box is set to start getting Google's attention, getting indexed to get ranked. That's what they're designed for. Can you take them further? Absolutely, you can take them further. Do you have to? It depends on the area and the competition of what you went after and your domain name and the location that you're in. If you're going for a huge city like Atlanta, Georgia, and you want to be the plumbing domination for that, that's going to be hard. But if you go for the suburbs around Atlanta, you got a better chance of ranking faster. I'm not saying you can't rank in Atlanta. I'm just saying it's a more of a challenge for you.
I just realized I was sending someone a message and I put it into your chat by mistake. So I'm just going to copy this and send it over. Someone's after a link, so
no, but again, we appreciate your patience. We appreciate everybody that's in our community. And what's going to happen is the builds, the ranking, the whole process is now, I'm going to go 90% complete. We got a couple things that are being finished, and everything that we were striving to get done will be done.
Yeah, which is great. By the way, we've got some new members, one of which is actually in tonight, and that's Lane. So welcome on board, Lane. And I know I'm just looking up and down to see if anyone else has popped in. If you're a new member inside the Inner Circle Facebook group, you can get the link to come to the Zoom room. If you pop in, we'll say, oh, and Tommy's in as well. Just noticed Tommy snuck in at the bottom there. So welcome to the room as well, Tommy. Great to have you guys on board. And there's a few others that I know if they come in, we can say hello to. I don't know. I only shout them out if they pop in here. That way it's a bit fairer then, But no, it's been great. A lot of hard work, some long hours. It's very tiring at times, but we are now in such a solid situation with DFY Magic Themes that I've done so many tests with different sites, and it's great. It takes longer to install WordPress than it does to actually install one of our themes now.
Yes, Lori, that's it. That's the one.
The magic button. Yeah. So,
I love it.
We got some people in the room who I've helped out this week, and it's been really super exciting what's happening, but we wanted to talk about being a Defyer. We got some exciting things coming up, running to the run up to Christmas. We got a secret Santa gift, which we're going to put inside the groups, and so watch out for that. That's going to happen. And being a Defyer is someone that goes against the grain. It's someone who will actually do the work. And what do you mean by that? In all of these industries, whether you're an affiliate marketer, a rank and rent expert, an SEO expert, you have to be in the 20%. 80% of people, right, over the Black Friday week bought products that they're never going to do anything with, right? And then 6 months, a lot of these products, 6 months down, they disappear. And then someone goes, oh, I bought that off of AppSumo, and 6 months later it's not working. Moment. Well, why didn't you use it while you had it? My attitude is, if I get 6 months to a year use out of a product and I've paid up front for it and I'm happy to pay that money, great. Anything beyond that, then basically it's a bonus. So you have to think to yourselves, am I prepared to lose that money I've invested? Difference with DFY Magic Themes and myself and Robert is we're in here for the long haul. We're in here, for minimum 5 years, but we want to be here for 10 years, 20 years, but we don't know what's going to happen in life. Life gets in the way. We do have plans in place for things that could happen. And we make sure that no matter what, the people who are in will be looked after. We're even doing backup plans in place for example, the members area, because we had licensing platforms issues, and we've had to switch over to our own platform now, which we own, and I'm also in the new year going to do a second members area, which will be sat there, not for people to get into, but if Product Dino ever disappeared or got sold to GoDaddy and they chose to shut it down, we want to be able to give you guys an instant switch where you can log back in and get back in. So we've got plans with plans.
But you say that I wasn't going to go down this road, but things happen. We've always wanted to be the in between, and I'm going to go first to Defyers. What the frig does that mean, right? For those that you don't understand, when we took this journey, Stephen and I, and he was showing me, because I was one of those guys that if you show me how to do it, I can learn from it. But if I can't figure it out, or I can't understand the guy trying to teach me, because he's not on a logical path, everybody teaches different and everybody learns differently, right? Some of us can have the photographic memory, and they just remember stuff, right? Others would struggle for that, to remember those things. So if you show me and I push the buttons and I see it, some point in that process, a light bulb will go off and go, I get it now. And that's what I need from Stephen after a year and a half of struggle. And I mean struggle. And I knew it was something that should work because I did it before and I paid for it. I paid a lot of money for it, in the terms of somewhere around 70 grand, to get a multi-location website built that was working and generating leads. That's a different story. Did I make money on that website? I did. I made probably close to $200,000 on that website in a period of the 2 years after it was ranking. Water under the dam. Bad things happen sometimes. Anyways, so I know the location pages work, but I can't get the products to work that are supposed to work easily. That's why I bought them, because they looked easy, right? So where does this go? I get Steven, he shows me, we start building, and it's just, it's one of those things that I don't mind working hard, but when it becomes a grind and it's 6 months to do something that should be done in a few days, let's say, it's just like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be something that can get this done as quickly as I want it to be done. That was the journey. That was the connection that Steve and I said, we're going to make this thing work. We're going to put it together so that these sites can be built. We were striving to get them built in a day back then.
I know.
And because of all the processes that you'd have to go through to get the content spun and figure out how it's going to work and connect, and then figure out the other third-party tools that sent us on distractions that were beyond, 4 and 5 and 6 days to figure out why it wouldn't work, why it was looping, why somebody told me to do it this way and now it's not working that way when they just told me it should work that way. Anyways, becoming a Defyer meant shove all that stuff to the side, show people how to make it work. Can we make you get up in the morning, get you dressed, and go to work? No. But if you show up and you put in the effort and you do the parts that are required, when you get stuck, this is on you. This is on nobody else but you. When you get stuck, if you don't raise the support ticket, Stephen and I don't have that crystal ball. It's on the whiteboard, but it's not being developed yet. To know that you're stuck, to know that you can't get past some part. And in many cases, it has nothing to do with the training, has nothing to do with the build. It's something that's a mental roadblock that stops you from going forward. And those things are real. And all of us have life struggles. All of us have, you know what, the same 24 hours in a day. But different things are happening all the time that's taking our time from us, from staying focused and pushing through. And we said we're not going to allow that to happen to people that join our community. We said we're going to support these people like you're our children. Okay. We're not going to do it for you, but we're going to show you, we're going to teach you, we're going to get you by the roadblocks. We're going to support you. And from day one, we supported to the point of too much. We pampered. But it was a point that you have to get it and you have to start building. You have to put that little bit of time in. And when I say a little bit of time, now you're going to get a friggin' cup of coffee while the thing's working for you so that it's built by the time you get back. And then you start forward and put your company data in. There's always work. You know, I don't care what they sold you on Black Friday. That's marketing. The marketing is to get you excited, to make you pull out your credit card and buy something. But it's always back on you. It's always back on you to raise that question, to raise that support ticket, to ask for help. It's all the friggin' products out there that as soon as they got your money, the support desk suddenly became inactive. As soon as they got your money, whether you even got into their program where the materials are, you're waiting. But our support desk never closes. The week of Christmas, we will still answer tickets, but they will be slow, okay? Because we are spending time with our families, like you should be doing. You have to let go every once in a while. But we're always watching the support desk. And sometimes there's 1 or 2 tickets, sometimes there's 10 to 12. It depends on the day. But none of that matters. They're going to get answered. And we appreciate your time, your patience. But remember, it's on you guys. If you're stuck and you're not raising support tickets and you're not asking for the help that you need, that's not on us. That's on you. So please don't do that. You know, sometimes we get people that they're so humble. They're like, "Oh, I already asked you 3 questions. I feel bad asking you for another one because I'm not the only one." No, there's no stupid question. There's no questions that should go unanswered, right? It's stay with it and get the help you need. That's what being a Defyer is. That's what being in the Defyer community is. Helping people who are in need of help. Somehow you help them and they help you, and that group of knowledge comes together as a community, and they make things gel in a way that 2 people can't, but 20, 40, 60 people can, because they share that knowledge, they share that experience. Every one of you guys have a different life experience. It doesn't matter. That life experience matters. You have that knowledge, other people don't have it. And when that group of life knowledge experiences come together, that's the magic.
Yeah.
That's the magic of being a Defyer. And I can't say it any clearer than that. We want to support you. We can't support you if we don't know you have issues, right? That's just how it is. And many times life gets in the way. Many times we can't control the day. You know, we map out our plan, and that plan went south in 15 minutes of us starting to work on it, and we had to go fix something else. But that's how it goes. You brush yourself off, you get back up, and you go at it again. So
Yep.
the passion behind us in being a Defyer is getting the knowledge, sharing the experience, sharing the wins, right? We know people are winning. We see it, we hear it. Do we hear it from everybody? No, because people come in, they get the stuff, they move on, they're successful in other places doing what they need to do. And Richard brought up a good point. I don't know, it was last week or the week before, about what he learned. not just in what we do, but what he learned. He took that knowledge and he implemented it. The key there is he worked, he implemented, he didn't wait, right? He implemented what he's learning and put it to other stuff. And I'm not going to get into the what, where, and why, but he put it into other projects. And those projects started working and ranking because he took the knowledge and took action and moved forward. And I applaud people. Lori, same thing. She took a site and reworked it when she probably shouldn't have. But I'll tell you what, it was her learning experience for her to do that. And I promised her that if you take action, you're going to get stuck. When you raise a support ticket, you'll get the help you need. And I don't think we've let her down to date. She's still showing up. She still smiles at us.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what it means to me. That's what it means to Steven. Because, listen, am I a tech guy? No. Am I learning every day? Absolutely. I'm doing shit today I've never done before. And that's why Steven and I come together. My strengths are his weaknesses and his strengths are my weaknesses. That's just how it is. So when we can come together and we start putting this and cranking this stuff out, it's all for you guys. At the end of the day, it's to make your life easier to do this. We don't want you spending a week to do a build that we can do now in minutes. That's the point. It's not the build. It's not the technology. It's getting the support, it's taking action, and doing the things in your business that are going to make you income. That's what's important here. But if we're not focused on business and we're waffling around in shiny objects, it's okay for some of us, right? Because we can do that. But for others, we need income. So we have to stay focused and we have to stay committed to what we're doing. I saw something on Facebook, I shared it, and it was this loopy loop map of all the things that happen in the course of the day. And your goal should be point A to point B. That's boom. That's when you get something done. But when you're looking at self-doubt, questions, and should I find this or should I go look at that or should, something else, that's where we're all distracted. And we shot our whole day looking at the Facebook feed of animals and puppy dogs and kittens, and all of a sudden, the day's gone and we got nothing done. That's on us. We have to hold ourselves accountable, right? So that's where we're heading next. Is we're going to hold us accountable and you accountable at the same time. It's going to be interesting to watch the next phase of 2024 when we set up and implement the No Excuses Accountability Program. And why are we doing it? Because you'll do things for an accountability program that you won't do for yourself. It's true for us. It's true for most humans out there. If you show up, put the work in, you'll get the things done.
I agree. Absolutely agree with you, Robert. And I just want to quickly say that in the chat, Barry said he should have retired 10 years ago, but he's too busy doing stuff. And Sarah's made a comment saying a slow response from you guys is still faster than the response time from most internet marketing companies. And I love Sarah's comment that she said one of the times she said that I reply back to her quicker than she can reply back to me. Sometimes I'll reply back and it'll be like 2 days, and then I hear from Sarah, and I'll get back. And like this week, we've had a few tickets in that have been delayed because of some of the things we've been working on to get everyone all sorted. But now we're sorted. It's just going to get better and better by the minute.
Yeah, but see that's the point. No matter how much work it was, and I'm telling you, it was effort. We could have been like everybody else and said, you know what, we can just leave the old ones and just keep going forward and let them figure out. No, that's the typical broken wheel of internet marketing. We don't do that. If it takes us 2 weeks or three or whatever it was, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get it done so that they're all changed over to version 7s, so that you guys are going to see this in a few minutes when we go into the inner circle, so that the back end always looks very, very familiar to you guys. Because shifting from one niche to another niche to another niche, we don't want you to have to relearn and go through a learning curve every time you go to do an edit or change something. We want it to be familiar on the back end, but the front end looks all shiny and new and completely different compared to the niche that you're in, right? There'll be similarities because they're obviously they're lead generation websites. They're not going from e-commerce to directory sites. So they're going to look familiar on the front end, and you can change those. But images are the biggest change that you need to do, and we're going to get to all of that on the inside.
Absolutely. Hello to Finu, who's over in Auckland, New Zealand. And we get people from all around the world watching. It's exciting. Tommy says, I've retired years ago, just forgot to stop working on great things. Keep going, keep on going. I love it. Absolutely love it, you know. And so we've got lots coming up. We're going to switch to the inner circle. And if you guys want to join, you have to go to dfymagicthemes.com/live for you. And you can be part of the inner circle to find out what we always talk about, all the inside information. And you know, it's a good community that we've got. We're very lucky to have the people we do. And that's why we do what we do. You know, it's just how things work out, isn't it, Robert? Yeah, we enjoy the people that are all involved with the inner circle. Anything you want to add to that before we sign off to everyone?
You know, all of this stuff that we do, and anybody is in internet marketing, tend to be introverts, not extroverts. So it gets lonely. It gets sometimes you just get lost. And that's why you end up on the Facebook feed, because you're entertaining yourself because you were lost. You were bored. And the inner circle, every Friday, it pulls us together. And, you know, I don't care what we do, what day of the week, whether we showed up on Monday at midnight. I don't care. We're somebody somewhere is going to be missing that time frame. They're asleep, they're in this part of the world, they're in that part of and I can't control time. Wish I could. But the inner circle replays allow you to still connect, allow you to still see what's going on. And we were talking to somebody during the weekend, and I'm not going to apologize for it because we advanced so fast. We should have tried to finish one at a time. But Stephen will tell you, his mind doesn't go at one thing at a time. He's got to have 4 things going at the same time. So that's when it gets harder for you guys to follow. We went from client finder to video ranker back to the version 7 themes to, you know, God knows the next project, right? But that's okay. All of them are set to be in play for the build, rent, rank program. All of those are set to be in play for the accountability program so that you guys can build and be accountable for what you're building and put this stuff together, because it's not about the building. It's not about the tech of the build. It's about the money coming in from either renting or selling the sites. We prefer you rent over sell because it's passive income. And we want that for you. But we can't tell you how to run your business. But that's our plan. Is you build it, rent it, rank it, because you're ranking it, then you're selling it for an upsell. It's worth more money as an asset. And you can either raise your price, tell them you're going to raise your price when it's ranking, tell them you're going to raise your price when you're going to do this, tell them your price you're going to do that. But it's a business at the end of the day. And if you lay out everything a la carte and they don't want to buy everything on the menu, that's okay. right? You have other niches, you have other businesses, other locations that you can do the same thing. You know what? You don't even have to change niches. Technically, you need an agency site, you need one niche, and you need to dominate the areas, right? But we'll get into more strategies that are deeper. But for right now, we're going to go on the inner circle and we're going to show you the inside of the dashboard so we can start getting familiar with what's happening in version 7.
Just before we do, we're going to bring one of our new members up. Tommy, you're welcome to unmute, Tommy. He raised his hand. And so I was,
he's in the hot seat now.
Yeah. I'll ask you to unmute and then you can hit the button.
Yes.
How are you, buddy?
Hello there. Good afternoon. Good day, everybody. For me, it's still early morning, 5 o'clock.
Where are you?
Just wake up. Thailand.
Phuket. Thailand. There we go, you see. All around the world, we got people.
Welcome to Phuket. For all your hard workers, if you need some relaxing time, welcome to come and visit us.
Well, that's very kind.
It's good to have you join us, and you've joined the inner circle in our program, which is super exciting. You joined at the right time because we've just released version 7 themes, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm also very happy to be here in this group. I don't know if we are with a lot of new people or people that are already a long time into inner circle. I know Stephen already a long time. We know each other. I don't know how long, Stephen.
It's been a few years because it was back in the day of being in the other group.
Exactly. I forgot counting, but for me it feels like 5 years or 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm already. And you helped me out tremendously with a lot of things in the past already. And I was never allowed to pay you anything for that. So, and then you start working together with Robert, and you have built this amazing product now. And I feel a little bit, how do you say that in English? I feel a little bit, I feel a little bit guilty, bad, because you started working with Robert together, and and I still couldn't pay you for anything you did for me. So and now I finally could pay you and say thank you for everything you did for me.
We're glad to help people, and I'm a great believer in life that there's too much bad in this world, right?
It is.
So when you can be there for someone who's we got members who have struggled in life. We got members who are doing fantastic. We got members who just want to sometimes have just a hello because it's very lonely in this internet marketing world. You know? And so I'm a great believer in what you reap, you sow. So if you go out to the world and you help people, whether you can do you can do that for free or not, that's up to you. But there's times in life where it's like, well, I've jumped on a call with someone. It took me 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. It'll come, and it always comes back tenfold. That's the thing with life. I'll give you a very quick story. Some years ago, I was over in a town called Taunton. I must have been about 19, and my car was very low on fuel, and I knew I wouldn't get home. And someone had broken down. I pulled up to help them, and these other lads stopped and helped tow the car, and they couldn't get the car going. And so they disappeared and gave up. I stayed there, and I knew what the problem was, and I fixed it, and I got the car back online. So these lads took over. We know what we're doing. Oh, carry on then. And then after I fixed it, the lady went, I want to give you some money. She gave me £20, right? And I said to her, normally I wouldn't accept this money, but today I left my wallet at home. My car's almost out of fuel, and I really need it. And then I insist. And that just goes to show in life karma works. When you help reach out to someone, and I've helped many of cars that have been broken down over the years and not asked for a single penny. I've even driven someone to a garage and paid for their fuel because they didn't have the money. So, things come back to you tenfold. They really do. My frustrations with everything is that we use third-party tools and they break. And then in turn, when they break, they damage what we're trying to do. And that's my frustration because I'm frustrated for mine and Robert's customers. But the thing is we don't give up. We don't go, okay, that's broken, shut it down. Never mind. All these people have paid their money. It's only been 6 months. They don't mind. You know?
Well,
I don't believe in that.
They're used to. That's what they're used to. And what to you saying that, Tommy, Stephen hasn't changed. He's the same. He's always giving, right? He's always doing that same thing. But at the end of the day, if all of the devs, if all of the services that we bring on and we pay for were all charities that just gave their services for free, we'd be okay, right? But the hosting companies, they charge, they raise their rates. All the things are always a business. And at the end of the day, we have to look at that. And we're building something, I believe, is intended to help more people pass the roadblocks of the beginning to get going. You know, it's been said countless times, I wish that I had your stuff years and years ago, right? Including myself. But that's why we created it, because of our own frustrations and our own challenges that weren't being taken care of. But welcome on board, Tommy. I've talked to you 1 or 2 times before, I think, but the point of this community and the Defyers group is sharing experience and pushing people forward. And we're at the cusp of just pushing this to a whole new level.
Yeah. I'll just quickly say, Barry wants to bring his car around to me on Monday, and Paul wants his MOT doing. I'm sorry, I don't do MOTs. And really important thing I've got to say is, what a shame. Bye, all the free groups.
Everybody have a good weekend.
You switch somewhere now? I don't know.
Stay there, Tommy. We're going into the free group. Out the free groups, I mean into the inner circle. And I'm going to tell everyone something really important that no one outside will know.